Gamers. Welcome to Talking Tuesday. We have started out yet another week. We are, man, I'm telling you what, as the weeks go on, we get busier. And you're going to see a lot of changes, not only with Talking Tuesday, but also with Thirsty Thursday. And you're going to see a lot of changes with the Nomad Gamers. One of them is being right down here, and I know you can see it. It's going to give you how many people are watching me on all of the platforms that, for the first time ever, I am going live on. And I will tell you what, recording is one thing. Because if I make a mistake, I can always go back and just redo the whole thing. Going live, there is no room for mistake. So that is why I am looking at a few things right now. I got my cockpit going and making sure that I look good on the camera, that JJ here looks good on the camera, and we bring you a very good episode. So if you're watching us on Facebook, you guys rock. You rock. I asked you guys to help me out to get to 100 to where I could do this, and you guys blew right by it for me. To say that I'm humbled, to say that I'm excited, would be an understatement. Now, if somebody could just tell me how my sound is right now, that would be even great, or even better. I don't want to turn the sound on to my iPad, but our sound is a little wonky around the Shire, so it may be what it is. But as soon as I figure out how to go live for my streaming for my games on Mondays, Wednesdays, and some Fridays, then all my game streams will be coming live to Facebook. If you're watching me over on YouTube, you're catching us on the Nomad Gamers page or channel. Thank you very much. Somewhere down here, you're going to see a subscribe button, you're going to see a bell, and you're going to see a thumbs up. Hit all three of those for us, and please share our content. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you're watching us on Twitch, we are live again. We went an entire week without going live on Twitch. I am sorry. We were trying to get this new streaming service going, and it was just an absolute pain in the rear end. But we got it fixed. We are back, and we are humping. Let's see. Joanna, hey, thank you for watching me, Joanna. It's awesome. I can't even. I'm over here stuttering because the amount of support is just overwhelming. But enough of Godfather and enough of what we have changed on Talking Tuesday. We have a guest on tonight, and JJ, why don't you introduce yourself to the crowd?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm JJB_719. I'm just here to talk about some games.
So what games are you playing?
I
know one of them for sure. I know one for sure. You're playing a little Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, GTA 5. I've been off and on it for, since 2013 when it first came out. I've done a lot of things with it, between like PC gaming, modding stuff, to going from...
Oh, Lord, you're one of those.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is kind of fun in the long run, but going from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 version, the game has definitely changed a lot throughout the years.
Yes, if you've watched any of the Nomad Gamers, I believe it's our first 4 episodes, we covered the Grand Theft Auto series, and we even touched on the fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out for 3 different consoles. And we're almost wondering if GTA 6 is going to make it for the 5, which I'm pretty sure it's going to. And then how long is that going to... Are we going to see GTA 6 going all the way to... What would that be? The PS8? If they keep naming conventions the way they are? I believe it would be the 8. 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, yeah. So, how I came across JJ, well, I know him from outside, in my local area, but I was sitting doing some research for work, and he had posted something about Grand Theft Auto 6. And I happened to comment on it. And then I got the bright idea. This guy he is getting some inside information on Grand Theft Auto 6. Why not just bring him on the episode? And at the time, Talking Tuesday and Thirsty Thursday was being recorded because, well, I wasn't sitting in this beautiful new home that I'm sitting in now. So I was like, yeah, what the hell? I'll bring him on. JJ, you are the first person to come on live on all 3 of my platforms. I've had a couple of guests before you, but you're definitely the first one that's been on live. What other games are you playing besides Grand Theft Auto?
I'm a huge fan of the Red Dead Redemption games. The first and the second one. I'm very glad that they made a plug for the first one and made it like 60 FPS. And because I'm a huge fan of that.
FPS, that's frames per second.
Frames
for
per second.
For everybody out there who doesn't know what FPS actually is. And yes, Red Dead Redemption is a very good game. Red Dead 1 had a very good story. Didn't have it online because back then, well, online gaming wasn't really a thing at that point in time.
Right.
Red Dead 2, we waited a while to get our hands on that one.
Oh.
The story is amazing. Online needs a lot of help. I don't know about you. There is no way to get away from the griefers. Sometimes with the griefers, I don't know about you, but I'll be galloping through the countryside, and next thing I know, either 1, I'm getting shot, or 2, I see someone riding by me, and I'm really not out to mess with anybody. And the next thing I know, I'm eating dirt because this jackass is hog-tying me.
Yeah, I mean, it was real buggy at first, and then as the years go on, they keep milking GTA 5. They keep coming up with updates for GTA 5 instead of paying attention to Red Dead 2 online. And so eventually they started getting to more updates. And the best update that I like the most was when they made it to where you can't see other players across the map unless you get close to them.
That helps. That helps with the because I swear to God that these other players, because I played in the early days of Red Dead Online, like when it first came out. I remember it being very buggy, not being able to get on, and then when you could get on, I would be out skinning animals, hunting, doing my thing for the fur trading. And then, like I said, the next thing I know, I've got people harassing me. And I'm like, what the hell? There has been nobody in this area for 30 minutes. So now that I heard that kind of tells me that Rockstar had it to where you could see everybody on the map. So if you see somebody way over here not doing anything, minding their own business, and you got bored, you went from what was that city's name again? Saint
Denis.
Saint Denis.
Yep.
You could go from there all the way over to that little plain where I was hunting at and mess with me. I've got a very good story about Red Dead, and since it's my show, I guess I have the floor. But myself and Zaner Crest Ryder, one of my very good online gaming friends, him, Gonzo, and Mags, and a couple other. But me and Crest Rider went over to RDO, and we were out just galloping around, just doing our thing. I have never seen this man, one, get mad. I've never seen this man rage quit on anything. We get messed with. I die. I get spawned in, I don't know, maybe a half a map away from them. Because, you never spawn close to the fight. You're always spawning away from the fight. And he is taking damage. He ends up dying. He comes back about the time I die. And granted, I'm not that high a level in Red Dead Online. So it's kind of easy to kill me. We're on the party chat to where everyone in Red Dead can't hear us. Next thing I know, Crest Rider, poof, he's gone. He logged off. On the party chat, I hear his controller go down. He goes, fuck this. I ain't playing in this motherfucker. I'll be back later. And he completely logged off. To this day, we still laugh about that when we get together and start playing. Some of the things that I kind of wish Red Dead would do, I kind of wish they would update to it, would be if you want to go from the fur trading to, let's say, bounty hunting.
Right.
I don't know about now because I'm just getting back into the game. And to tell everybody the truth, I've been busy with Assassin's Creed, and that's the series that the Nomads are on. I've been busy with that, so I haven't had a chance to get back to Red Dead. Do you still need gold to buy into different professions?
You do.
Talk about a cheap ass
like
money
cash.
grab.
Yeah, cash and gold bars. Gold bars is a thing. You can get things early instead of waiting to unlock them at certain levels. But you're right. It is a money grab thing, and there's people constantly out there looking for glitches and ways to cheat the game so they can get the gold bars and not pay actual cash for pixels. You know what I mean? I mean, that's essentially what it is a cash grab.
Yep.
And there's no other way around it. But in a business aspect, it's very intelligent.
It's genius. I hate it, but it's genius. If somebody wants to go from fur trading to bounty hunting, or now to moonshining, that's when I left.
Yeah, moonshining is pretty fun.
You had to have 20 or 25 gold bars. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but on the storyline, you dabble in panning for gold. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, they got treasure maps that you can get.
Well,
and find different gold bars, and there's different locations for gold bars and stuff. Like when Red Dead 2 first came out, there was a glitch, and it was my favorite glitch of all time. Anybody that's ever played this game and is a veteran on it, when it first came out, you'll know what I'm talking about. You remember in Act 2 when you first get to that campsite, there was a gold bar you can go get down there at them burnt houses, at that burnt village. So there was a way where you could get that gold bar, save your game and exit, and then go back into that game, and then you'd be able to reach down and pick up at least 25 of those bars over and over and over again. And they got rid of that glitch.
Was that on the storyline, or was that on Red Dead Online?
That was just the story mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the story has got to be in the top 3 of stories for games that I've played. I thoroughly enjoyed that story.
Oh man, it was one of the best video game stories ever written, in my opinion. You know, it was a real tearjerker at the end. If you've never played it, get it, play it. It's worth every penny.
Now, have you seen the reports of the voice actor that played Arthur Morgan in Red Dead 2 who wants to turn Red Dead Redemption 2 into a movie? He wants to play Arthur on the big screen.
Yes, I did see something about that. You know, they were talking more of like a TV show to keep people watching it. and then doing seasons of it, kind of like
Don't say it. Please don't say that stupid ass Fallout game.
Fallout is a great game.
I love the game. I hate the TV series.
Oh, the TV series.
I
is
hate
on
that damn
point.
TV series.
I love the TV series. Great acting, great writing, and don't get. Oh man, the ghoul. He's the best character in there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You're killing me, JJ.
I'm sure a lot of the fans that are listening right now would agree with me.
Okay, so we might have the police coming because my phone or my watch just called emergency services for whatever damn reason. I don't understand technology. So either way, we'll see if they show up or not. However, if they do, I'll take a 2-minute siesta and get them out of here. But anyways, I guess I shouldn't sling my arms around so much. The Fallout TV show wasn't that bad. I did not care for it. The acting was okay. The storyline fell in line with canon of the game. The timeline doesn't make any sense to me. Yes, here we go. There was just a lot that didn't make sense to me in that TV show. And maybe, and Fireball and Chungus, they're going to, if they're watching right now, I'm sure they're going to pipe in any minute now. But the TV show is starting to grow on me. I might have to go and give it another watch and just keep going. But there's still holes in their timeline and in the story of like the Brotherhood of Steel and stuff like that that I still need answered. And they haven't answered it yet. I'm going to keep an open mind on it. And do not tell the other two nomads because they're going to jump all over me. But I'm kind of anxious to see what Season 2 brings. But there's some kind of issue because Season 2 ain't coming out for another year, from what I heard.
Yeah, they started recording the Season 2 right before the LA fires, California. And, they paused it because of that tragedy. And, yeah, I mean, it's scheduled to come out next year. It's a bummer that we had to wait 2 years in total to see it. But I do believe that they will answer all your questions in the long run.
Now,
there's a few shows out there that do that. They're like, okay, what happened here? What happened there? And then later in a different season, they answer it.
So, real quick, because I now have all these tools at my disposal, and I can pretty much see what's going on all three of my platforms, we're going to pause for just a second so I can read some of these. Samantha says, oh, here we go. About fucking time, about the Fallout TV show. And you remember when I said don't tell the other two nomads? Don't worry. She's going to tell them for me. So, so I better be ready to defend myself tonight or tomorrow when the three nomads get together and we start talking about Assassin's Creed Origins. So Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto, and you're a Fallout enthusiast, correct?
Yes, that is correct. To be front with you, and it's not a very popular opinion, but I like Fallout 4 the best because you can build a lot of bad things about that game, and me personally, I don't. I loved it, the fact that they came out with a new version of it, the PS5 version.
Okay.
And it runs off at 60 FPS. and
Okay.
the loading time is next to nothing.
So what gaming systems are you mainly playing on? Because I keep hearing you say PlayStation 5. So you play PlayStation 5, and before we came on air, you were telling me that you're building a PC for PC gaming,
Right.
which I think is amazing too.
Yeah.
So do you play any Xbox at all?
I used to be an Xbox fanatic a long time ago, like 360 and then the Xbox One.
Okay, what switched you over from Xbox to PlayStation? Just out of curiosity.
The fact that the Red Ring of Death, it was quite frequent. I was tired of buying consoles. The customer service is absolute garbage.
Xbox.
Xbox, yes,
Okay.
correct. Yep. That's just my opinion on it. You know, other people's got their opinions. It's just PlayStation exclusive games back in the day I thought they had more of a variety and they were better games, you know, and so I switched.
So what do you think of the state of PlayStation today in 2025?
I'm impressed with the PlayStation 5.
Okay, I'll agree with that part. It's a pretty sweet system.
Downfall is they haven't come out with anything really impressive, exclusive-wise, in a long time.
Have you watched any of the Nomad Gamers episodes on the console wars? Where we discussed the console wars of the 90s, the early 2000s, and then the war of today, as the three Nomad Gamers put it?
You know, I haven't caught that one yet.
Oh, shame on you.
I know.
What the hell? What the hell? You want to come on Talking Tuesday, but you won't watch the Nomad Gamers.
But I will surely talk about all that stuff because, you know, my very first console was the Atari in 1985. And
Yep.
my second actually official console that I got addicted to video games was the Nintendo, which I got on Christmas Day in 1987, which was a beautiful morning.
Started you on this great journey of video game playing, right?
Exactly. Yep. You know, in the late 90s. No, I take that back. Early millennium years. Like 2001, 2002, somewhere around there, around the XP era. Maybe. I'm thinking.
Okay, so here we go. Chat's starting to light up. Samantha says Xbox is superior to PS5, but computer is superior to both content-wise. She's talking PS5 and Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Julie, she chimed in and said Xbox kept charging us after we canceled. And then Samantha came with PlayStation is targeting small audiences. So let's break some of this down. We'll start with Samantha first. For right now, look at the landscape of the consoles. We'll just bite off the consoles right now.
Okay.
Xbox is absolutely destroying PlayStation.
Well, when it comes to consoles, and I'm speaking facts about
Yep.
this, it's all a matter of opinions.
Well,
When it comes to technology, when it comes to like graphics cards and processors,
that is opinion.
That is, the PlayStation 5 has a better graphics card and a better processor.
Now, here's where I'll agree with you on that, okay? PlayStation and Xbox are very comparable when you put system to system, okay?
Right.
They are very comparable. But when I say Xbox is destroying PlayStation, is by the acquisition of Activision, Bethesda,
Yep.
and all these other small and medium-sized game developers, and now all the exclusives are coming out on Xbox, and you're seeing very little come out from PlayStation.
You were absolutely right on that, man. I really got a strong opinion about that. You know, they really are dropping the ball. PlayStation,
Yep.
they're really dropping the ball on all that stuff. I'm really upset. I'd like to say other words, but I won't. But I am very upset to the fact that Bethesda's going to Xbox only. Well, they're going to go to PlayStation, or not PlayStation. I'm sorry, scratch that. PC. So PC and Xbox, they're all picking up on this stuff.
Yep.
PlayStation is just being real greedy. You know what I mean?
Well,
they don't want to.
I don't know if it's a greed factor though.
Well, they want money. They want money more than what these other companies.
I think what's going on right now is Xbox, or let's call it what it is, Microsoft was offering more money to these developers to buy them. And to tell you the truth, I think PlayStation was caught flat-footed. Or PlayStation was banking on the fact that the courts would block the sale and would keep these developers independent.
Right. And that's the greed thing that I was talking about. They want to keep their money. You know, they don't want to shell out anything extra to make their, well, to have the developers come over to their system.
Now, let's go to the Xbox kept charging us after we canceled. That's a shitty thing to do. That's horrible. However, I have known PlayStation to do that. I've known all these other game developers and all these other people or corporations that have done this, and that's indefensible. Like, if someone tells you that they're canceling, that should be the end of it.
Right.
Back in 22, when you were just able to get your hands on the PS5 and the Xbox, I was doing a lot of research on which one to do, whether it be PlayStation or Xbox, and which one I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I went with the PlayStation was because of the VR factor. And the VR factor was the only reason why I went with PlayStation. But how many games have come out for VR on PlayStation in the last 2 years?
Very few. Yeah, they don't really. I don't personally have one, but I do know people that
Hey, JJ,
do.
speak up. I'm getting comments saying that they can't hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I personally don't have one, but I do know people that do, and they really enjoy it. You know, and then watching people use that is a riot.
Well, you can see the knuckle right up there by my TVs, where they're kind of like the brain hub of the VR. I said this last week or the week before on Talking Tuesday, when Poker sent me something saying, hey, here's some news on the PS6. They have not released enough on the PS5 to justify me buying a PS6. Right now, I would say 90% of my gameplay is on the Xbox. It's with Starfield. And only, I would say, 10% is on PlayStation. And that is only because I'm being forced to go there because the Nomad Gamers are talking about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Everything you see from PlayStation is a remaster, or it is pretty much, it needs to be on Nintendo. That is the audience they're going for. And for everyone out there, this isn't an argument between me and him. These are facts. I am neither an Xbox or a PlayStation guy. I'll play both. I'm very upset with PlayStation right now because of the state of their business. But at the end of the day, I will still play the hell out of some PlayStation. That's just what it is. So,
you know, when it comes to PlayStation 5, you know, I'm with you right there. when they released the PlayStation Pro, the PlayStation 5 Pro, or whatever, they don't have enough games for it. And between looking at the way the games play, how smooth the frames per rate are, and the graphics, it's just not worth it to me. I don't feel that that's paying $700 to get a slightly better performance in the system is worth paying 100%. I do not agree with that.
Nope.
But when you go back to Grand Theft Auto 6, they just got done doing all the testing, and
so they say. We haven't heard nothing out of Rockstar yet.
Yeah.
This is all leaks. So.
Well, these are leaks from very good sources, from people, from developers.
Yes, but leaks.
Yep. Yeah, these are all leaks. There's nothing, absolutely anything that's fact right now. There was a leak about a release, and the facts of that didn't really come back either. But September 17th of this year, they were going to release in a video game store down in Mexico.
Of what?
Grand Theft Auto 6.
In Mexico?
In Mexico. That was a game store in Mexico.
Who said that?
The owners.
Rockstar?
The owners of the game store.
Oh.
They leaked the release of the date of the Grand Theft Auto 6. So, it kind of made sense to me. That's why I'm bringing it up. Because that was the September 17th in 2013 was the same day that Grand Theft Auto 5 was released.
I can see that. I honestly can. I can't see it being released just to one store in Mexico, or even just in Mexico.
Well, they were the only ones that leaked it.
Yeah, nothing against them or Mexico, but I just can't see that.
Yeah.
I can see the date because the date all along I've been saying it's going to release this fall. It's going to be released this fall, and that way they have the ramp up to the Christmas market.
Yeah.
So.
And they did say, Rockstar did confirm that it is going to release in the fall. There's going to be no delays.
Yeah.
So all the testing and everything has been confirmed.
And that's just for the consoles. I do believe the PC one is coming just a little bit later than that.
I heard rumors that they're all going to be released on the same day, but I don't know about that. It's just rumors.
Yeah, and that's why I read them, I look at them, I think about them. I don't really share the leaks. If it's a map and I think the map looks cool, and it's a map that I would love to see Rockstar do, I'm going to share it. But I'm also going to let everybody know, hey, this isn't the real thing. This is just something made up by a fan. So
right. And I've seen several pictures of the new map that's supposedly coming out, and if it's true, my God, that thing's huge. It's like twice the size of GTA 5, and you know how long it takes to get from one side of the map to the other on that.
Well, it all depends on what you're riding or driving.
Yeah, if you're driving a car, it takes about 10 minutes maybe.
To get from Paleto Bay down to the airport?
Yeah, and if you're flying a jet, it takes a couple minutes.
It takes me roughly 6 minutes to get from just outside of Paleto Bay, right there in that little forest, all the way down to the harbor area, or where the cocaine lockup and the document forgery shop is that you can buy. It takes me roughly 6 to 7 minutes to traverse about that much of the map. So if this map is bigger, don't look for Godfather to play any other game this fall, because I'm going to be immersed in that. I hope my wife is ready for me to be out in the Shire a lot, because I'm going to be playing the hell out of that game.
Oh, you ain't kidding, man. I already told my wife, which she's probably listening right now, that I'm not going to have much of a life at all. So, it kind of is the way it is. That's the way it was when GTA 5 came out.
All right. Well, hey, we are out of time, man. I'm going to give you the floor for about 2 or 3 minutes. The floor is yours, JJ. You can say, well, within reason, you can say whatever you want.
You can talk about where There is one game that's kind of underrated, and I don't know if anybody's ever played it or not. It's on the PC only. It's called the Command and Conquer Collection Series.
Oh, Christ. Yep.
And I know this hasn't been talked about in a long time, and probably everybody's like, what the hell is Command and Conquer?
Oh, Fireball could talk your ear off about that.
I'm telling you right now, I'm one of the biggest fans of Command and Conquer. The collection, every game that they come out with, they got like 13 or 14 games, and they've been coming out since the late 90s. And, oh man, I'm telling you, when I get this computer, I'm downloading the collection, and I'm going to play the shit out of it.
That might be one of the top 5 OG games out there.
Yep.
As far as series-wise, because you got Final Fantasy, which is the oldest. You got Mario, who comes in a close second.
Uh-huh.
And when I say Mario, I mean the Mario family, like Donkey Kong. All them players were introduced during Mario. Then I think Command and Conquer is like right there. Because I can remember playing it back in 95, 96.
Yeah.
So,
it's
a
out
good
for
game.
a while, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't mind being...
I need to look that up, see if they've released any new ones.
They haven't in a long time. I think the last one was Command and Conquer Red Alert 3. But don't quote me on that.
All right, we're
believe
quoting
that was-
them on it.
That was the last one that I know of since I had a PC. I haven't had a PC in years.
Nomad Nation, we are quoting him on this.
All right, so my favorite ones of all time is Command and Conquer Generals and Command and Conquer Generals 0 Hour. Let me tell you what, in Red Alert 2,
Well, nobody
you gotta love beating up them Russians.
nobody is commenting, so I don't know if anybody knows about Command and Conquer out there, but it is a very good game. If you have an opportunity to download it and play it, I highly suggest it. I know JJ here highly suggests it.
Yeah. You can get it on easports.com
Woo!
for $20.
Woo! He's out here dropping dimes on places. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
Yep. So, yeah. And then another one, the Diablo franchise.
Now, I've heard that's a very good franchise.
It is a very good franchise, and let me tell you what, my very first game was Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, on PC.
Didn't that come out around 2010?
Oh, that was more of the early millennium. Somewhere around there. I think I was playing it real deep in like 2003.
Okay, so that came out right around the same time that World of Warcraft came out and caught fire.
And then I got into player versus player mode on that one,
On which one?
on Diablo 2.
Okay.
And that's what really got me addicted to it. And then Diablo 3 came out a few years after that. And then now Diablo 4. Diablo 4's been picking it up.
Uh-oh, we got a comment. Never heard of it. So which one have you never heard of? The Diablo series or Command and Conquer? Keep going. I'll wait for the response.
Oh, you're all right. No, I was really impressed with the Diablo 4. You know, they when it first came out with expansions and updates and expansions and updates, and it just kept me going. You know, it kept me interested, kept me wanting to play that game more and more. And then, you know, there's a few other companies out there that's trying to compete with them right now.
Ah. A viewer, Ashley, on YouTube, has never heard of either one of them.
Let me tell you something.
JJ, they're saying you old.
You really ought to give them a shot. And I know that Godfather over here can agree with me. Graphics don't make the game. You got to admit that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of great games that we grew up playing that's really good.
So let me ask you this question. I'm gonna do a little rapid fire. I want to know a little bit more about your gaming history. Do you ever play World of Warcraft?
Yes, I have. I never got into it like most people did, but I did play it.
So which side were you? Were you Alliance or were you Horde?
I was Horde.
You were Horde. For the Horde.
Yeah.
I have another saying for that, but I can't say it because this is a PG show. But what was your race on there? If you remember.
Man, it's been a long time. I know that it was
Orc?
the guy had the orc. Thank you. I was gonna say he had the little teeth sticking out the bottom of it. Kind of like the one on Skyrim. It kind of reminded me of that a little bit.
So Ashley from over on YouTube said, I am more of a cozy gamer, is probably why I don't know these. Yeah, these are kind of blood and guts and some fighting.
It's up from the ground up. You build your defenses, you build your troops. You've got vehicles that you can choose from, and then you got super weapons when you eventually get up to your base gets big enough. You know what I mean? Then you send out these big machines that go out and they collect resources so you can have money. And
yeah, because you always go after those first.
Yeah, and you got to have money in order to build.
Yep.
And you got to protect it. So then there's all kinds of stuff to it. Like, it's a strategy game. There's no other way around it. It's not gory, but it is destructive.
So, do you play any sports games? Like Madden, baseball, wrestling?
I do play wrestling games. The WWE 2K series games. My favorite.
What series are they on now? 2K
25.
25.
It'll be out in March.
Okay.
The new one. So my favorite one is 2K19. It's just the dynamics, the way the controllers work. You know what I mean? Like all the controls.
You're getting quiet again.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, 2K19 is my favorite. You got, there's just all the selection of wrestlers that you get to choose from. The way the control layout is. Just the way the game plays, I mean, that's my favorite one of all time. Now, with other sports games, not so much. Basketball, NBA Jam from the Sega Genesis.
Oh, Lord.
I can't believe I played that game for so many hours.
I remember that game. Isn't that the one where the after you got so many baskets, the basket would catch on fire?
Yep.
Yeah.
After you got so many in a row, it would catch on fire, and then your guy would jump up like 20,000 feet in the air and come down and break the glass on the backboard.
Like a shack.
Yep.
Yep. Man, that was back in the day with some really good games.
Oh.
You play any games on the Switch?
No.
Like Animal Crossing?
Never had the Switch.
I would think you'd be like an Animal Crossing type guy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Where you take animals and you move them across the road.
Like Frogger.
No, it's nothing like Frogger. Nothing at all like Frogger.
I did play Frogger on the Atari. If you guys know what the hell that is, you're a true gamer.
All right, we are officially out of time. JJ, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. It was an absolute blast. And you can hang your hat on the fact that you are my first live guest that has went on all three of my my platforms. We've gotten a lot of... Oh, we're getting more comments. Hang on, let me see. Ashley from YouTube says she knows Animal Crossing. What the hell was Pizza Possum? Pizza Possum? That's actually a game?
I don't know. That's the first I've ever heard of it.
I'm going to have to look that up when we go off air.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, go over to my Facebook and tell me what system you even play Pizza Possum on. Yeah, that's Pizza Possum. Okay. Well, I mean, they got games for everything. I swear they do. But I want to thank you for coming on. You're the very first guest I've had on this this new format. And when GTA 6 comes out, let's just do this now since we're on air. About a month into GTA 6, you have an invite to come back to either Talking Tuesday or Thirsty Thursday, and we'll sit down and we'll discuss the gameplay. Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds like a great plan. And hopefully I can get in here maybe a little bit sooner. But yeah, definitely something that we can really do, man. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I've already, whenever it becomes available to prepay for, I'm going to fucking prepay for it. Pardon my French. That slipped out.
You gonna drop the hundo.
Yeah. No, I mean, if, that was another thing we should have discussed was that the pricing of that. They're talking about $80 to $100 for the game. And I don't care what anybody says. I will pay $100 for that game.
Well,
and
how about this? To get my thoughts on it, since you already told me you didn't watch it, but go back to the last episode of Nomad Gamers, or even the episode before that, and check out our comments on the game being between $80 and $100. Because all three Nomad Gamers had some very interesting takes on what they're doing right now. So, with that being said, let's look forward to Thirsty Thursday. So, I'm going to be getting ready to go through the progression of Starborn again on Starfield. So, what we're going to end up doing, another Bethesda title on Xbox, is I'm going to be streaming Starfield on the weekends, and we're going to be going from the very beginning when I go back to Constellation and I'm a brand new member again, and all the quests are open, and I don't have any settlements anywhere else, and I'll be going step by step through that. On Wednesdays, I will be getting back to Grand Theft Auto 5, and then on the Fridays that I have available, I will be playing RDO, and then Saturdays and Sundays, pending my availability, I will be playing Starfield. And we will go through that. Tomorrow night, you can catch the next episode of the Nomad Gamers on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. I'm going to give them a very selfless plug here. Please go over to the Nomad Gamers on Facebook and follow them. They need to get to 100 as well. That way they can go live on every Wednesday and every Saturday. And we can have this much fun with the other two Nomad Gamers with me. So, with that, game true, game hard, game on. Always game on. Unless there's a car coming, then you got to pause. Remember that back in the day? Pause, game on. But either way, you in the back. Yeah, I see you. You're right back there. Keep being you. You're beautiful the way you are. Don't let anybody tell you differently. If you run across a griefer, and that griefer needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up! Thank you.